class is as freely accessible to our participants, we will be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of class. Participation in this online class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and by participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from your participation. We strongly recommend that you participate from a space that is suitable for this activity. For example, make sure that you remove nearby furniture and other potential hazards. If you are participating in yoga class or class that involves lying on the ground, we recommend using a mat, or if you don't have one, a carpeted area. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and should seek appropriate medical advice or care as needed. William Mary Health and Wellness strongly recommends that each participant have an annual physical examination and follow the healthcare advice of your provider before participating. Okay, now we're going to get started in child's pose. Bring your big toes together, knees wide, and melting your chest down towards the mat. Try to really release your forehead down into the earth. Feel the connection of your body to the ground. And anywhere that your body is touching the ground, imagine all your stress and tension is just melting out of you and into the floor. Starting to notice your breath here. Really spreading your fingertips wide, pressing your hips back towards your heels. And then walking both hands over towards the right, pressing your left hand on top of your right hand, stretching out your side body here. Coming back to center, going over towards the left side, pressing your right hand on top of your left hand. Okay, coming back to center, we're going to thread our left arm underneath, stretching out that shoulder. Coming back to center, bring that right arm underneath, straight out from your shoulder. You can move over your right hand. Then coming back to that child's pose, coming up to tabletop with your knees right underneath your hips and your wrists right underneath your shoulder. When you look through your thighs, you shouldn't be able to see your feet. Really hugging that belly up and in, engaging that core. Let's tuck our toes under and press back to down facing dog. You can pedal out your feet here. Try to really feel that stretch in your calf muscle. So bending and straightening your legs however you get that stretch. You can start to move your hips from side to side. But let's come back into that tabletop, coming into some cat-cow. So drop your belly, roll your shoulders back, looking up towards the sky. Exhale to cat, looking towards your thighs. Then inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Then taking the last 2 at your own pace. Just warming up your spine here. Pressing into all your fingertips, but especially your pointer finger and your thumb. Coming back to that neutral spine, start to extend your right arm and your left leg. Tap your fingers and toes down. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. And then bring your elbow to your knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tap down. Inhale up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Keep going with those cycles here. Really starting to warm up your hamstring, your core, your glute muscles, your hamstring. I think it's a hamstring twice. I meant to say shoulder on those times. Let's take one more of these. Releasing that hand and knee down, let's go straight into the other side, extending your left arm and your right leg. Exhale, fingers and toes down. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze everything together. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. And exhale, squeeze. Good, keep going at your own pace here. Let's take 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Replace that hand and knee down. We're just going to cross our ankles, coming back to the feet. We're going to turn and face, guys. So sitting up nice and tall, rolling our shoulders back. We have our hands underneath. We're going to bring our right ear to our right shoulder. Coming up to center, bring your left ear to your left shoulder. And then just take some neck circles towards one direction. Switch directions with your circles. Let's take 1 more to this side. Good, coming back to center, let's take some wrist circles here. And switching direction. Good, releasing that, inhale your arms all the way out and up. Exhale through heart center and down. Good, inhale up. Exhale lower. Last time, inhale, stay at the top. Tipping over towards one side, stretching your side body out here. Coming up to center and going over towards the other side, trying to keep both hips on the ground. Good, inhale, center. Exhale, one last time to each side. Inhale. Exhale, last time, tipping over. Coming back to center, this time let's tip forward, stretching out our back and the back of our hips. You can rock side to side here. Starting to walk your hands back up. Let's turn our fingertips facing us, stretching out our forearms here. So your palms are down, your fingertips are facing your body, and you're like pressing your elbows away. Good, and flip your hands over so your fingertips are facing you. Coming back up to center, let's extend our legs out, lengthen our spine, and exhale into a very, very gentle forward fold. Just placing your hands next to your legs. Coming back up to center, we're going to extend our right leg out to the side a little bit, and our left leg comes in. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold down, nice and gently, over that right leg. Then we're going to come up from that, placing our left hand behind us. Then we're going to come onto that left knee, coming into a back bend here. So that right arm extends behind you. And you're like pressing your hips forward. Good, coming back down and folding over that right leg. We're going to keep cycling through that forward fold to that back bend to really warm our bodies up. We're coming into that back bend when you're ready. I like to have my left fingertips facing away from my body when I go into the back bend. Good, then coming down to that forward fold. Keep going at your own pace here. Moving nice and slowly. Make sure you keep breathing. Let's take 2 more cycles of this. Good, coming into that last forward fold. Really make sure you're flexing your right foot. And coming back out to center, let's switch sides. So this time our left leg is extended and our right leg bent in. We're going to inhale, lengthen our spine, roll our shoulders back, and exhale, fold down over that left leg. Coming up to center, placing that right hand behind us with our fingertips facing away from our bodies. Pressing up onto that knee, into that back bend. Right, coming back down, folding over that leg. Coming up into that back bend when you're ready. Imagine you're like moving through water. All your movements are super slow and graceful. It's like you're pushing water away. Let's take 3 more here. Good, last 2. Let's take 1 more back bend. Good, coming back to center, folding down over that leg one last time. And then bringing your legs back in, we're going to come back into that tabletop. From here, we're going to tuck our toes under and press back to downward facing dog once again. Looking forward towards your hands, start to walk your hands. Walk your feet up to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift to lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold down over those legs. You can have a micro bend or a lot of a bend in your knees. You can grab onto opposite elbows and shake side to side. You can nod your head, yes and no, really releasing your spine and your neck here. Then starting to release that line. Inhale, halfway lift. You can have your fingertips on the ground, or you can press your hands into your shins. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse one leg. Bring your arms all the way out and up. Exhale your hands to heart center, pausing here, closing your eyes. Feeling the difference in your body between now and when you started class just a few minutes ago. Thank yourself for making that difference. Taking one more deep breath in here. Exhale it all out. Slowly start to open your eyes. Inhale your arms out and up. Exhale, tipping over towards the right side for a little side bend. Inhale up to center and exhale over towards the left side. Inhale center. And we're going to do it one more time to each side. Tipping over towards the right. Coming up to center and tipping towards the left. And coming back up and coming into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, stepping back to plank and holding here. Making sure your body is one straight line. You're really pressing up and out of your shoulders. Making sure your hips are in line with your shoulders. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Good. Release your knees down to the ground. And then slowly lower your entire body down to the ground. Inhale, baby cobra, using just your back muscles to lift your chest off the ground. You can lift your hands up and you stay in the same position. And exhale, lower. Inhale, up to cobra. Little bend in your elbows, your shoulders are rolled nice and back here. And then lower your body down again. Inhale, up to upward facing dog or cobra, whichever you like better right now. If you're in upward facing dog, making sure your thighs are off the mat and you're really pressing into your hands. You're not letting yourself dip through your shoulders. And exhale, pressing back to downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg up for 3-legged dog. Bend your knee and open up your hip. Feel that stretch in your hip flexor. Try to press your chest back towards your thigh. And stepping that foot through in between your hands, we're going to come up to high crescent lunge. So you can either bring your hands to heart center, or you can bring them up, whichever feels good to you right now. On your next inhale, you're going to extend your arms and your legs. Oh, I almost saw. Then exhale, bend your arms and your legs. Move into that lower lunge, bringing your arms behind you like goalpost arms. Inhale, extend everything. Exhale, bend. Good. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Let's take two more. Inhale and exhale. Last time up. Exhale, bend, and then place that back knee on the ground. You're going to bring your hands to heart center, knee into a twist. Bring that left arm across your right leg. Pressing your hands to heart center. Really rotating those shoulders up towards the ceiling. Starting to release your hands down to the mat inside of your front foot. So your front knee and your front ankle are in one line here. Your knee can also be behind your ankle, but make sure it doesn't go over. Really rolling your shoulder blades back. We're going to move your toes. For now, we're just going to stay up. Later, we'll do this pose again and go further down towards the ground. And then tucking your back toes under. Lift your right arm up for a twist, really planting that left hand down. Bring that hand back down to the ground, stepping back to plank and pressing back to downward facing dog. We're going to switch sides here. Lifting that left leg up for the three-legged dog. Bend your knee and open up your hip. Really pressing your chest back towards your thigh. Making sure that even in downward facing dog, you're rolling your shoulders away from your ears. Bring that foot forward in between your hands, coming up to high crescent lunge. First, just pausing here, really bending into that front knee. Imagine you're like tucking your hips under to feel a deeper stretch. On your next inhale, extend your arms and your legs. And exhale, bend into that lunge, bringing your hands out to the sides. Good. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Let's do 4 more at your own pace. Moving with your own breath here. This pose is really good for a lot of reasons actually, but for strengthening your ankles. Because as your ankles are wobbling, you're strengthening those tendons and giving yourself more stability. When you get your last one, bring that back knee down to the ground. Bring your hands to heart center and then twist toward the left. Your right arm comes over your left thigh. Good, really trying to rotate your chest up towards the ceiling. Taking one more breath in here. Then bringing your hands back down to the ground on your exhale. Bring them inside of your front foot, coming into that lizard pose. Making sure that your left knee is really hugging into your left arm. It's not out to the side. We'll get to that later. Rolling your shoulders back, keeping a nice long flat back. And then keep that right hand planted down. Inhaling your left arm up for a twist. Exhale that hand back down, tuck your toes under. Stepping back to plank, press back to downward facing dog. You can pedal out your feet again here. And then we're going to come down to child pose to reconnect with our breath. This time you can bring your knees together and your arms behind you. That's comfortable to you. Just taking 3 breaths here. On your next inhale, coming up to that tabletop, and then pressing back to downward facing dog. Inhaling that right leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, cheetah pose, really hug it in. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to left to right elbow. Good. Inhale, extend. Exhale to your left elbow. Inhale, extend. This time we're going to bring our leg forward first and then kick it through. So it's going over toward the left side. And then we're going to come to a side plank variation. Your left arm is up and your right arm is down. And then if you want to take this a little bit further, you can come into a back bend. Bring that hand back down. Bring that foot back to 3-legged dog. Bring it forward in between your hands, opening up to warrior 2. The back edge of your back foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. Your front toes are facing forward. Your hips are open towards the side of the room. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, come forward to side angle. Good. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, coming forward to side angle. You can keep your forearm on your thigh, or you can bring that hand down towards the ground, whichever is better for you right now. We're taking one more inhale here. One more exhale. Bring those hands back down to the mat. Bring them on either side of your front foot. Stepping back to plank and pressing back to downward facing dog. Good. This time we're going to inhale our left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, cheetah pose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Good. Inhale, extend. Exhale to your right elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. This time we're going to bring it first forward into normal cheetah pose. Then you kick it through over towards the right side, coming into that side plank. And then if you want, pressing into that back bend. Taking one more breath in here. Exhale, coming back to plank, pressing back to 3-legged dog. Stepping that foot forward in between your hands, opening up to warrior 2. Really bending into that front knee, feeling that strength in your legs. Inhale, reverse to warrior. Exhale, coming forward to side angle. Good. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, forward. This is called dancing warrior. Inhale, reverse one last time. Exhale, coming forward, side angle. You can keep that form on your thigh, or you can reach your left hand down towards the ground. You can also hold on to your left ankle, or put your hand on a block of any sort. It doesn't have to actually be a block. It could be like a textbook or something. Good, and then bringing both hands down on either side of your front foot, stepping back to plank, and pressing back to downward facing dog. Looking forward towards your hands, walk your feet up to a forward fold. We're going to come into gorilla pose, so bringing our hands all the way underneath our feet. Your toes come all the way to your wrist braces. You can bend your knees a lot to be able to do this. This is a really good stretch for your hamstrings and also your wrists at the same time. Releasing that when you're ready. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse one. Bring your arms all the way out and up. And we're going to come into those side bends. So first, over towards the right. Good. Inhale, center. And then over towards the left. Inhale, center. This time we're going to come into a little mini back bend. So really supporting your lower back. Your hands can be facing down or up, whichever feels better to you. You're just going to slightly press your hips forward and come into a little back bend. Good, coming back to the center. We're going to do that one more time. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Supporting that lower back, pressing your hips forward, coming into that back bend. Good, coming back up the center. And exhale, forward fold. We're going to bring our feet to the width of the mat with our heels in and our toes out. And then you're going to bring your butt down in between your feet, coming into Malasana squat here. If you feel like you want an extra release of your wrists, you can bring the backs of your hands together. And I like to kind of like rock my hands back and forth a little bit. Rolling your shoulders down here, trying to keep your foot nice and calm flat. From here, we're going to extend our right arm out and lift our left arm up towards the sky. We're coming back to center. We're going to switch sides, extending that left arm out towards the left side and extending that right arm up towards the sky. One last deep breath in here. Exhale, coming back to center, and then coming back into that forward fold. This time we're going to grab onto our big toes with our peace fingers. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold over those legs. Nodding your head, yes and no. Releasing that neck and spine. Letting your elbows come out towards the sides to pull yourself deeper into that fold. Releasing that bind, we're going to walk our feet all the way together. And then coming down into the little squat pose. We're going to try side crow today. And it doesn't matter where you get at all. It's just about like practicing putting your weight in your hands until you can actually put all of your weight in your hands. And if you start today, then you're starting the house. So we're going to bring our hands towards the right side. So you want both arms to be like lined up with your leg. Your left arm is in line with your knees and your right arm is with your hips. So you're going to put your body weight on both arms. Some people also like to bring their right arm a lot wider, but I think it's a lot easier if both of your arms can be helping to support your weight. You're going to spread your fingertips really wide, and then you're going to start to just like tip some weight into your hands, and then you can come back. So you're just tipping a little weight into your hands, and coming back to center. When you feel more comfortable with that, you can really start to put more weight in your hands and lift your feet off the ground. I feel like side crow is a little easier than crow. So if crow really scares you, it definitely scared me a ton. I thought I was going to smash my face on the ground. Side crow is a really good place to start because then you have that strength and balance in your arms. Making sure your elbows are really bending, so at like 90-degree angles, so that you can lift your body up. Just try it out one more time, and then we're just going to go to the other side. You're going to turn around. I'm still facing you guys. Bringing both your hands to the left side now. Making sure that your elbow is in line with your knees and your other elbow is in line with your hips. Starting to tip just a little weight into your hands and your arms, and then coming back. Just practicing that. That tipping motion feels so weird at first. And then really spreading those fingertips wide, pressing into that pointer finger and your thumb especially. You can start to tip all your weight and lift up your feet. I like to lift my bottom foot first. I think it makes it a little easier, even though that seems weird. It helps pick up the top foot. Trying that one more time, then just coming back to center here. When you're ready, coming into that forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Stepping back to plank, we're going to rotate to side plank on either side, it doesn't matter. Good, coming back to plank, going to side plank on the other side. Good, coming back to plank. And then we're going to keep going with those side plank to plank rotation. Really helping to strengthen your arms and your abs here. Just swiveling your feet. Good, let's do 2 more to each side. The last one to each side. Good, coming back to plank, pressing back to downward facing dog, then coming down to either variation of child's pose. Just releasing everything here, reconnecting with your breath. From here, coming back up to that tabletop pose. We're going to inhale our right arm up, and then exhale it through to a hover, but not letting our right arm touch the ground. Inhale up towards the sky, exhale through to a hover. Good, inhale, extend, exhale through, this time placing your right arm all the way down on the mat. You can bring that left arm in front of you, or you can bring it behind your back, binding your thigh. This is called thread the needle. Really rotating your shoulders up toward the sky. Starting to plant that left hand back down. Inhale your right arm up, and then exhale it back to the mat. We're going to switch sides. So inhale that left arm up. Exhale through to a hover. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it through almost to the ground. Inhale, bring it back up towards the sky. Exhale, bringing it through, placing that hand down on the mat. You can extend your right arm, or you can bring it behind your back, finding your thigh here. Staying here for 2 deep inhales and exhales. Placing that right hand back down. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale your hand down to the ground. We're just going to do a little butt exercise here. So you're going to extend your right leg behind you. You're going to tap your toe down and inhale it up. That's all you're doing. Really trying to lift your leg from where your hamstring connects to your glute muscle. So like right underneath your butt is what you should be focusing on. Creating that mind muscle connection. You can always come down onto your forearms here. Trying to move with a lot of control, but not momentum. Good, when you get to the top, take some little pulses. Making sure you keep breathing. Good, then bend your leg. And then start pulsing your leg at a 90-degree angle up towards the sky. You can point or flex your toe, whatever is more comfortable to you. Let's just take 3 more. Last one. Good, releasing that leg back down. Let's switch to the other side. So extending your left leg out, tap it down, inhale up. If you don't like being down on your forearms, you can also come into gorilla twist to take some pressure off of your wrists. So you're just bringing like your knuckles down to the ground. You can switch between all those hand and arm variations. Keep lifting here, really engaging that core. You guys are doing great. When you get to the top, start pulsing that leg. Trying to make sure your belly button is pulled up and in, and you're really focusing on the muscle that's working, so you're creating that mind-muscle connection, helping to improve your results. Bending that knee, start pulsing your leg up towards the sky. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, releasing that leg down. You can come back to a child's pose, whichever variation feels better to you right now. Just letting your glute muscles release here, stretching them out a little bit. Let's take one more deep breath in. Exhale all out. Inhale up to tabletop, and exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Inhale that right leg up, stepping it forward in between your hands, opening up to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior, and this time straightening your front leg, so you're in reverse triangle. And then we're going to come forward to triangle, reaching as far forward as you can, and then releasing that right hand down to your right ankle. Really extending that left arm up towards the sky, and imagining your body's in one straight line. Rolling those shoulders back, pressing your hips forward. And now we're going to fold down over that front leg. You can make your feet however is comfortable to you. I like to bring my hips width apart and also change my back foot so that my feet are both facing forward. Now we're in pyramid pose here, folding down over that front leg, feeling that stretch in the back of your hamstring, knee, and calf. We're going to hold here for one more breath in, one more breath out. Good, bending that front knee and bringing your hands to the ground. We're going to step back to 3-legged plank. So your right leg is lifted. You can keep it lifted or lower it down. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhaling that left leg up for 3-legged dog. Bringing it forward in between your hands, coming up to warrior 2. Really shooting energy out of your fingertips here. Inhale, reverse your warrior, and then straighten that front leg, coming into reverse triangle. Coming forward, really reaching towards the front of the room, and then taking that left hand down to that left leg. Imagine your body's being pressed between two panes of glass here. So you have to be super straight. Rolling those shoulders back. Taking one more breath in. Exhale, folding down over that front leg. Rearranging your feet however you would like. If you have your feet on like railroad tracks instead of a tightrope, you can have more balance here. You can lengthen your spine and fold a little deeper over that leg. Giving your hamstring plenty of time to stretch here. Then bringing both hands down on either side of your front foot, stepping back to the three-legged plank. Lowering down to chaturanga. Inhaling upward facing dog. And exhaling back to downward facing dog. Looking forward towards your hands, start to walk your feet forward and come down to those feet. Good. We're going to extend our legs out in front of us. Inhale, really lengthen your spine, and exhale, forward fold. Try to work on keeping your back relatively flat instead of rounding it down. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Good. Coming up to center, hug that right knee in towards your chest, stretching out that side hip that we were just working in our butt exercises a few minutes ago. And then twisting toward the right, still hugging that knee in towards your chest. Good. Coming back to center and switching sides, hugging that left knee in. Make sure you keep flexing that right foot. Keep hugging that knee and twist toward the left, looking over your left shoulder. And coming back to center, coming into butterfly, bringing your feet close in towards you and your knees out to the side. You're going to hold onto your feet and lengthen your spine. If this is comfortable for you here, you can stay here, or you can start to fold forward to wherever is comfortable. Really stretching out those inner thighs. It can take a muscle up to 90 seconds to fully relax and take your body out of that fight or flight mode that makes you want to tense that muscle to protect yourself. So holding poses for a little longer can really help increase your flexibility. Also try to consciously relax your body. Tell your body it's okay to relax that muscle into the stretch. Walking your hands back up to center, bringing your feet away from you so you have a diamond in between your legs. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, round your head forward towards your feet. Bring your feet away from you, helps get a stretch more in the outside of your hips. Whereas keeping your feet close in towards you is stretching more of your inner hips and your inner thighs. Walking your hands back up to center, Scoot forward, make sure you have enough room to lie down, and then one vertebrae at a time, lowering down towards the mat. We're going to do a few ab exercises here. So, coming into a Pilates tabletop. So, your knees are at 90-degree angles, your knees are right above your hips, and then your ankles are straight out from your knees. Okay, you're going to press your hands into your thighs, really feeling the ab engagement of just pressing your hands into your thighs. Not even start moving yet, but you should feel it. Really pulling that belly button into your spine. And then start to extend your right arm and your right leg, while still pressing your left hand into your thigh. Coming back up to center and switching thighs. Good, keep going like that at your own pace here. This is such a good exercise for your lower abs. Let's take one more on each side. You guys got it. Good, okay. Releasing your hands just to your side. You're going to start to tap your right toe down and lift it back up. Good, then tap your left toe down, lift it back up. Keep going like that, making sure your lower back is staying connected or almost connected to the mat the whole time. Let's take one more on each side. Good, bringing those feet down, hips width apart. We're going to do one last ab exercise. Curling our head upwards so we can into heel touches. So tapping your fingers toward your heel, really working your obliques here. Still pulling that belly button down towards the ground. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, releasing that. Hugging your knees into your chest, rocking side to side, massaging your lower back here. And then bringing both knees over towards the left side, bridge twist. You can extend your right arm, looking over your right hand. Maybe pressing onto your knees with your left hand to pull yourself into a deeper twist. Coming back up to center, twisting your knees over towards the right, looking over your left hand. You can press down on your knees with your right hand. Trying to keep both shoulders down on the ground. Good, coming back up to center. Extend your feet straight up towards the sky, flexing your feet towards your face. You can stay here, or you can come into flat pose, bringing your feet over your head. I like to reach back and grab onto my feet, but you don't have to do that. Making sure the weight is in your shoulders and not in your neck. Really stretching your hamstrings and lower back here. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time, coming back down. Bring your hands underneath your tailbone, coming up to fish pose. So really pressing your chest up, releasing your head back. Good, and then coming back down to your mat. Let's come into happy baby, grabbing onto outside the edges of your feet. Again, you can rock side to side here. And then you can use your peace fingers to hold on to your big toes. And then you can start to extend one or both legs. One last stretch for your inner thighs here. Coming back to center, releasing your feet down to the ground. Bringing your feet together and knees wide. Bring both hands to your lower belly. As you inhale, feel your belly press your hands up towards the sky. And as you exhale, feel your hands fall down towards the ground a little bit. Really trying to practice breathing from our diaphragms. That deep belly breathing instead of that stress breathing from our shoulders and our chest. You can either stay here or you can start to extend your arms and your legs out on your mat, coming into Shavasana. Knowing that you don't have to think about or do anything here. All you have to do is relax and listen to your breath. Slowly start to deepen your breath, wiggling your fingers and your toes, stretching your arms over your head for one last full body stretch. Hugging your knees into your chest, rocking side to side. Thanking yourself for making this time for your mind and your body today. Rolling over onto your right side. When you're ready, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seat with your hands at heart center and your eyes closed. Thank you so much for coming and practicing with me today. The light in my heart honors and cherishes the light inside of each and every one of yours. Namaste.